So today was really just focusing on hamstrings. Uh, so I just basically did back extensions and leg curls with I did some leg raises as well. And you see here I'm gonna be doing back extensions a peculiar type of way where I'm kind of like rounding my upper back so that way I get less lower back involved and I just get more like hamstring and glutes. And the reason why I'm doing it that way is because from the squats, the 500 squats that I did, just like the other day, I'm sore. I'm pretty sore from that. I'm sore in my legs. I'm sore in my quads, my abductors, my glutes, and I'm even sore in my lower back. Like my lower back is sore. So it's just crazy that like just a very simple exercise can do so much. Just general fatigue. I mean, it's not like I'm doing barbell squats. Usually, I can get why you would have like lower back fatigue from barbell squats because of the way things are loaded on. But with body weight squats, you would think like, oh no, I wouldn't get any type of lower back soreness, but I am. It's crazy. So it's just like just a simple movement like that is like just able to get you any type of results. So, a comment was asking like, have I gotten most or a majority of my leg size through just body weight alone? Um, Now I would personally say yes. So seeing as when I first started training, I didn't have any really equipment, right? So I just had like a pull up bar. I didn't really have like a bar or like a barbell. So I just kind of just did a bunch of body weight squats. But I wouldn't say that I was very consistent with my leg training. I wasn't doing any of the exercises consistently, I would say. So, and I would even like skip sometimes. And I'll cry like, well, not literally cry, but I'd be like, why aren't my legs getting big? And it's like, well, duh, you haven't been training them consistently. And at some point I had access to weights, so I got like Planet Fitness does this thing for like teenagers where you can go in there for free. And I started training consistently with like the hack squat and like leg press and like deadlifts and stuff. And I definitely did see leg size and leg improvement. And then at some point I got my own equipment, my own like my own bars, my own plates and stuff like that. So it kind of allowed for me to train those like deadlifts and squats a lot more consistently. And I did get a lot of leg size from those movements. But it's like, again, like sometimes I would skip some leg days. Sometimes I wouldn't do squats or I would do a different workout or different exercise. I mean, so I would say still that majority of my leg size has come from like just body weight movements because I've done those more than I have barbell squats. I would say the me doing barbell squats was maybe 18 months, possibly maybe even less of like my whole entire training like career. I say career, but just whole training. And I wasn't always doing barbell squats. Some days I would just end up doing body weight squats, right? Because it was like, I don't want to do 3 sets of 8. I want to do like 100 freaking squats or whatever. So you can definitely build leg size, but it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot from body weight. But that's like, if you're okay with that, then go ahead. That's fine, and I'm okay with it. It may not be the most quote unquote optimal thing to do like sets of 100 and like or just one set of 100 squats or whatever, or to do 500 squats. But it's like I find that to be more enjoyable. So that way I'm not falling into like the optimal trap. So when you fall into the optimal trap, it's like you're only allowed to do one exercise because that exercise is the most optimal way to grow whatever muscle group you're trying to develop. And it doesn't allow you to have fun because you're kind of putting mental restrictions on and physical restrictions on yourself from doing any other movements. So it's like you're gonna be thinking, oh, I can only do these movements for my legs, or I can only do these movements for my arms because they're the most optimal, blah blah blah, and that just kind of overcomplicates things as well. So yeah, and I'm not trying to say here that like, oh, doing body weight is better than doing weight. I think in terms of like just what is probably more simple or easier to understand, using weight, with a barbell, with squats, that's probably easier, because it's like you're just gonna add weight or you're gonna add a rep over time, and that's just about it. But when it comes to like your body weight, that's like it's something completely different. It's like it's more of just like a mental thing, than I feel like it is physical. Which, because if you're gonna have a better mental fortitude, you're more likely to push yourself. So, and you need to be able to push yourself when it comes to like doing, hundreds of reps of squats like that. Like that's crazy. Like I wouldn't say it's crazy, but it's like that's much harder than doing like 3 sets of eight of like barbell squats or whatever. But what I will say is going to work, like just in general, what's gonna work more or what's gonna work better than barbell squats and bodyweight squats is consistency. So I can say that I've gotten most of my leg size and mass from bodyweight squats. Why? Because I've done bodyweight squats a lot more consistently over my whole training path, than I have like any squats with external load. I mean, sure, here and there, I've done barbell squats. Here and there, I've done squats with like a vest on or whatever, right? But it's like, what have I done more and more often? I've done bodyweight squats, and that's like probably like the number one leg movement that I have. I stand by it, to be honest, because it's like I've seen results. At first, I was like, when I was kind of going back to doing bodyweight squats, I was relying heavily on barbell squats, and I was like, oh man, am I gonna lose leg size and whatever? But it's like, bro, I look at my legs now and I'm like, holy cow, dude. Like, I think even my legs take away from my upper body physique. I feel like my quads have just gotten like so like big that like they distract away from like the rest of my upper body. And it's funny because you can't even tell that because of, like I have on a pair like of baggy pants or whatever. But yeah, but the only reason why my legs are like that is because I stay consistent. I chose one movement and I stay consistent in that movement for a period of time, a long period of time, enough for me to see results. So it doesn't matter what you're going to be doing, it doesn't matter what movement or whatever exercise you choose, as long as you're consistent in it, you're gonna get something from it. You're gonna gain something from it, right? We can sit here all day and argue about what exercises is more optimal for each muscle group and blah blah blah. Oh, you should do dumbbell flies. That'll build your chest better than doing push-ups. But it's like if you're someone who just does push-ups and you really enjoy push-ups more than you do flies, you're gonna get a bigger chest than someone who's doing flies just because they want to get a bigger chest, right? So like you're just sticking to the bodyweight squat, you're gonna get bigger legs than someone who's doing squats with a barbell. If you're consistent, if you're in general more consistent, and you're enjoying yourself a lot more over a period of time than someone who's just doing barbell squats to get big legs. So yeah, just number one reason why my legs are the way they are is consistency.